been, as a hospital pharmacy section member of the EXCO, so the Vice President of the Western Pacific region, we were tasked with disseminating the Basel statements. What that meant, particularly in a region like the Western Pacific region, lots of translations of these statements needed to occur, and that has occurred. These statements are in many different languages. But I was tasked with disseminating the statements and discussing the Basel statements in my region. And basically from that piece of work, which each Vice President needed to do, I also thought or envisaged, I actually work as an academic at the University of Sydney, so I envisaged that perhaps we could get some research done whilst disseminating these. So it's all good to put the statements out there and tell people about them, but they're nothing if they're just a book on the shelf. They need to become live, they need to be active, and we need to monitor. How are people going against those statements? Can they improve over time? What are the things that make one hospital great and another hospital not so good? What are the barriers and the facilitators in order to implement these statements? And so with that in mind, a group of us have got together and we've formed the World Hospital Pharmacy Research Consortium. And we're now the official research group of the hospital pharmacy section. And our aim is to contribute to the advancement of hospital pharmacy practice internationally. And in particular, we want to explore in depth the factors that contribute to the optimal or suboptimal practice of hospital pharmacy. We want to apply knowledge, obviously, to improve practice in the future, and of course refine and update these Basel statements. So to date, all of our research has been based on these Basel statements. What have we achieved? Well, actually, there's quite a few publications, and you're welcome to look at these at any time. We actually have a HUPREC website, which is just www.huprec.org. So if you go there, you'll be able to see the outputs from our research group. Now, it's fair to say most of the work has started in the Western Pacific region, but now our hospital section research group is trying to advance that research in other regions, and we're so excited about what EAHP, their initiative, in what you're all going to do at this summit. And we obviously would like to share that with other regions in the world as well. So it's great that this work is being done in Europe, and it will be excellent if we can translate it to other countries as well and other regions. But look, the global survey that Lee briefly talked about at the beginning has been published. We've been looking specifically at a couple of the statements on influences on prescribing, so medicine's formulary systems and therapeutic committees in the Western Pacific region. This was the validation of that survey, and as was that. We've also looked specifically in China, because China is such a massive country, more hospitals in China than anywhere else in the whole world. So we've looked specifically at a country as well. So another study here being published about China. We've also skipped to the last statement in the influences on prescribing, which is about postgraduate prescribing courses should be developed. And so that's something that we don't have in Australia. It's something that many countries don't have prescribing courses for pharmacists, although the UK certainly do, but certainly many countries in the world don't. So we've also done some qualitative work around stakeholders' views of postgraduate courses, and we've also done a systematic review on educational interventions to improve medical and non-medical prescribing, which is just literally a few days ago published in the BMJ Open. More studies on China, and some more qualitative studies as well. So we have certainly had plenty of output. So just to finish up, I want to assure you that the hospital pharmacy section will continue to disseminate and to monitor practice change through our research group of the HPS. We would definitely like to liaise with the EAHP initiatives, because we would like to be able to reproduce some of the initiatives that you're undertaking globally. And we will have the focused conference session in 2014. So perhaps sharing all of this can very much lead to a productive conference in Bangkok.